Greetings, travelers, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Chrono Trigger presented by Draco Breach. Now, I'm back on the Omen to show off a couple of things. First of all, where I am going to be showing off these couple of things is actually in the second room here. Unfortunately, cannot avoid them, unfortunately, which is part of the reason I have Isla in the party, is to see if I can get her critical, which I did not the first time, but she only has about a 10% chance to get that critical anyway, which means I don't think Chrono's in range to die, but he might be. Not a big deal. And you're going after Isla anyway. Nope. Okay, Isla didn't even get her critical. It's, like I said, it's only 10%, so whatever. That's not the main reason that we're even here anyway. Main reason is actually this enemy group right here. Main reason that we're up here is because this is an easy enemy group to grind off of. Because, number one, they can die to a level 3 spell really quickly. So you can always have somebody in your party that knows a level 3 spell like Luminaire, Flare, or I think it's Dark Matter on Magus. And the reason this is important is because you can leave out this way, come back in, and they have respawned. And in case you get bored or tired, there's a save point right here, so you can save, turn off the game, and walk away. But the reason I am here is not to show you that I'm grinding, it's actually to show off some text that I did not show off during the main campaign. I've showed off all of all of Chrono's Cyclone slash, I'm pretty sure I showed Spin Cut. And now that I'm thinking about it, I'm not sure. Life, I've shown that off. And obviously Luminaire, because it is literally the most powerful spell in the game, having the highest multiplier. Chrono, at 99 magic, like he is now, can do more damage than pretty much everybody, can do more damage than anybody else. His general damage range for Luminaire is now 4,000 to 5,000, based on the enemy in a lot of different ways. So, yeah, consistently he does a lot more damage with Luminaire than anything else. One tech that I did not show off with her is Provoke. I will go ahead and show that off, but it's not a very useful spell. I did not show off Hypno Wave. I really didn't show off Napalm or Mega Bomb, and that is a shame. I'm not sure if I showed off Flare or not. But we're going to start off by showing off Provoke on Marl, which probably won't do anything. And then we'll start with Luca's abilities, spells. And as you saw, it did nothing. I didn't even see the animation, so I got to miss that. Hypno Wave is kind of useless on a lot of enemies. There are a few bosses that are made a little more convenient through it. And one of the bosses is the Mud Imp and his blue and red, I don't remember the name of his, but they're two little beast enemies. They're blue and red. Napalm hits an area, which is actually kind of nice. Actually, go ahead and cure Chrono. because he's not going to die, but looking at him kneeling with low HP is like, you know, no, I'm done. Don't know why anybody's counting down, but whatever. Protect ups allies' defense. Chrono, sure. Protect can be useful against incredibly powerful physical attacks, like, what is it that Lavos uses? Rockfall? Something like that? But overall, it's kind of a whatever ability. And the Safe Helm has the same general effect. Although, if you equip the Safe Helm on anybody, you would need to make sure that your armor has the Protect status kind of effect. Fire 2, I'm pretty sure I've shown off, but just in case I haven't, somebody's going to do something, I guess. Oh, that's an MP buster. Oh well. I have plenty of Hyper Ethers, and I'm not showing off Chrono right now. So that's Fire 2. And now I don't have to show that off on Magus, because he does the exact same thing. Mega Bomb is another area effect, nowhere near as good as Flare. But it is a pretty powerful ability. As you can see, about 2,600 damage. Flare does a lot more than that. Flare does a lot more than that. Flare is a room clearing spell, same kind of idea as Luminaire, but its damage multiplier is not quite as high. So as you saw there, Luminaire did a bit more damage. As you can see, we're going to get plenty of Hyper Ethers. The only issue is if somebody who I'm not showing off gets their MP drained. So, there's that. I've shown off, I believe... I've shown off the... Okay, right. I actually do need... I've shown off the Aura Whirl and Ice Swords. May as well show off the Fire Swords. Fire Sword 2 is... Fire Sword 1 and 2 are exactly like Ice Sword 1 and 2, except they use Luca, and they use fire damage instead of ice damage, or water damage, however you want to put that. It is powerful, as you can imagine, because it uses Chrono's physical attack stat and Luca's magic attack stat to calculate. And as you can see, you know, it's the same basic idea. As far as Marl and Luca, I've shown off Antipode 1 and 2, I believe. Antipode 3 is a screen nuke. That is pretty powerful, because it uses Flare and Ice too. But I haven't shown off Delta Force, I don't believe. And the Antipodes all pretty much look the same, although I do like the look of Antipode 3. So let's go ahead and show off Antipode 3 right quick. Because Ice 2 covers the screen in ice. Flare just breaks everything apart. As you can see, you get a lot of Hyper Ethers in this fight, so you're never going to run out of MP, which is one of the great things about this grinding spot. So, Delta Force. This is a shadow attack. This uses the shadow element, so anything that is immune to or absorbs shadow, you don't really want to use it on. And I don't remember if any of the... Okay, none of them do. And that actually did more damage than Luminaire there. Not much, though. It was only about 300 more damage. Okay, so... I think I've shown off all the dual attacks on this party. If I have... Okay. Actually, I don't know if I've shown Drill Kick. I've definitely shown those two off because they are powerful. Definitely shown off Twin Charm. Ice Tot. Yeah, I've shown off those. So I don't need Marl in the party right now. Switch for Luca. Because I haven't shown off any of these, unfortunately. So yeah, this is pretty much what this episode is going to be. Next episode is going to be the fight against Specchio. Kiss I've shown off. Rolo Kick I have not. So that's just a simple kick attack. Cat Attack. I don't think I've shown off Cat Attack by itself, but it's what combines with combines for Volt Bite. It uses Chrono's Lightning and Ayla's Cat Attack. Rock Throw I have shown off. Charm I've obviously used. Tailspin is a bit weird because it's a little hard to tell exactly what enemies you can and can't target. Like right now you can't target any enemies. Dino Tail I've shown. Triple Kick I have shown. Like I said, I have not shown Drill Kick, so let's go ahead and use that right quick. It's kind of silly, but it's great at the same time. So then we have Flame Kick, which uses those two together. Fire Whirl. That sounds so... Yeah, Fire Whirl and Fire Whirl. I'm wondering if that was renamed in the 3DS... If one of those was renamed in 3DS Remake. Easy way to find out. It'll take too long, though. Actually, I'm going to look that up right quick, because I have the list right here. Dual tags. Okay, so Fire Whirl and... Fire Whirl between Chrono and Luca is renamed Inferno in the DS version. And between Luca and Ayla, it is also renamed Inferno. Why? Why? Oh, that's kind of funny. That is so bad. Okay. So yeah, you're going to be seeing a lot of these enemies because it's an easy respawn point. It's so weird. But Blaze Kick, pretty good tech to show off right quick. Does quite a bit of damage. And at this point, we've shown off everything that Ayla can do and Ayla can do with Luca, so Gatling Kick, their ultimate technique. Unfortunately, a lot of the triple techs with Ayla are single target, but they are fairly powerful. Like you saw, that did almost 7,000 damage. Can you show off your crit? No, you're not going to show off your crit. That is unfortunate. Okay, so don't really need anything more from... No, actually we do technically, because we haven't shown off everything with Frog and Marl, have we? Or Frog and Ice Water, Glacier, Double Cure. Yep, alright. So we'll show off a little bit of Frog right quick, because we can. So, Slurp, I've shown that. Slurp Cut, I don't think I've ever shown that. Yeah, I have not shown that. That has some silly side effects based on battle. Especially if you can target something that is seemingly a fixture. Shown off Water, shown off Heal. I don't know about Leap Slash, so may as well show it right quick. Somebody wants to... I think it's the one on the left, then. Might not kill you in time, but whatever. Water 2 is basically like Ice 2. And he can do about as much damage as Marl when his... with a similar magic level. Cure 2 we've seen, Frog Squash we have not. And this is another desperation attack like the Dino Tail from Isla. So the lower his HP, the more damage it does. And it's, yeah, not going to do much damage when his health is almost full. So X-Strike, I have shown that. Sword Stream I have not. No, I have. Because I showed this against, I made the mistake of showing this up against, Slash. Spire is pretty much the opposite. It's lightning. It's Chrono's lightning with, Frog's Jump Slash, I believe. So yeah, fun technique. Next up, I believe, let me make sure, yep, Ice Water I've shown off, Glacier I have not. And kind of the interesting thing is Ice Water is a screen attack, but Glacier is a single enemy target, well, group target. If they're close enough together, it will target the entire group. And Double Cure uses the highest cure spell of both of them to grant status removal and max HP to all characters. That should be it, because I've shown off Arc Impulse. Yeah, that's it. So let's go ahead and end this. Lightning 2 might actually end it, but just in case. Okay, that did end it. Good. Okay. So, Frog and Luca. Especially since I don't know that I have shown off their triple tech. Red Pin is another basic fire sword-like attack, except it's between Luca and Frog and not between Luca and Chrono. Yeah, using stop on one of my characters. Yeah, go right ahead. Line Bomb attacks all enemies in a line, so I'm not showing that off completely. But you can kind of get the general idea. It's kind of like Falcon Hit between Chrono and Isla. Try to combine their names. And Frog Flare. because, of course. Unfortunately, it does a lot of damage, but I think Frog's Desperation move can do a lot more damage if his HP is critical. Don't quote me on that because I don't remember exactly. Okay, so Delta Storm. I have shown this off, but unfortunately the enemy that I showed it off on absorbed the shadow damage. So, yeah. Pretty powerful, but only does about 100 more damage than Luminaire. So that's it between them. Magus I'm showing off last because he's kind of the hardest one to show off. And this way I can show off, you know, plenty of techs pretty quickly. I'm trying to remember what I've shown off from him because I don't really use him all that much. I mean, like, story-wise, personality-wise, I really like him. But he's really hard to find a good way to use in combat. Because his magic stat is really low. And it's hard to justify boosting it up. Although at the same time, his heal beam could be a good reason to could be a good justification for that because of I've definitely used Cure Beam. Laser Spin I have used. Robo Tackle I don't believe I have. But his heal beam is of course a group heal. So that could be a good reason to a good justification for pumping up his magic stats. It's just because Luminaire has the highest multiplier in the game, I tend to focus on Chrono. So Robo falls into kind of like this odd area of being, he could be good, but his magic stat is garbage. He's also, I think he has the most, I cannot remember if he's slower than Luca or not, but he is pretty slow. I've shown Shock, so there... I can't use Area Bomb on these enemies. Okay. Neat. Have not shown this one. Oh, I have shown this one? I didn't recognize the name of the attack, so I was like, oh, I haven't shown this one. Can't use that. And that's another thing, like, I think Robo might have the most number of techniques that are very difficult to use. Super Volt, I think uses Lightning 1. No, probably Lightning 2 in Shock. Yeah, Lightning 2. And does a little bit more than Luminaire. Not much. Okay, so now is Robo and Marl. So Aura Beam, I think I've shown this. Yeah, I have. Okay. Ice Tackle. You can kind of guess what other techniques characters will have based on kind of based on their personality and based on how they would interact with others. Which is why Hero Touch, I've never used it. Oh, do I want to? It's the same idea as with Frog, but we haven't seen the animation for it, so let's go ahead and show it off. Basically, Cure 2 and Heal Beam. Or maybe not Heal Beam. Regardless, it heals. I don't think it restores status. I could be wrong there. And of course, Lifeline, which can be useful. In a fight that you're not sure you can win without somebody dying, it does give auto revive. So there's that. Like right now, everybody has auto revive. If they die, they'll automatically get up. As if with the effects of, I believe, Life 1. I don't like that I can't show that off. Because I don't know what kind of enemy I can show it off on. So I guess there's 2 techs that I can't show because I don't know what kind of enemy to show that off on. Maybe on Lavos? But going to fight Lavos just for that? I am going to need to use a shelter or something at some point, but not that big of a deal. So Luca and Robo will have Fire Punch, Fire Tackle. So far, kind of boring. I think that's considered an area attack. I can't remember. And enemies would have to be pretty close for that to work. Fire Tackle, same idea as Ice Tackle, except it uses Luca's Fire instead of Marl's Ice. And of course, Fire has to be a little more flashy than Ice. I've always been an Ice type of person myself, though. Luca's HP is actually running low. Huh. I wasn't expecting that, especially considering that Marl seems to hardly take any damage. Double V-Bomb. I have another tech that I can't use. And Fire Zone. Another tech that I can't use. That's one of the problems that I have with Robo is I can't remember what techs I can and can't use, and I don't know in what situations I can use those techs that I can't use. Because even with, like, Isla's Tailspin, even though there were some enemies that I was able to use it on, a lot of enemies that I wanted to use it on, I couldn't, because reasons. Okay, so now Isla and Robo. We have Boogie. This has the effect of stop. As you can see, it had very little effectiveness there. It only stopped the one enemy, and not even a dangerous one really, because while the one on the bottom left can hit multiple people in a line attack, the 2 that weren't stopped can steal MP. So, you know, there's that. Spin Kick. I don't remember what that uses. It's pretty powerful, though. And Beat Toss. I cannot remember if this... Oh, it just throws them between the 2 of them. And that is a very powerful tech. Twister, which does hit multiple. I don't think it's a screen... No, it is screen clearing. So that's a powerful screen nuke from Isla and Robo, and ironically, it looks like it uses Tailspin from Isla, which is kind of funny. So now, Frog. And I think this will be all the various combinations of party members who can use dual and triple text without items. So... okay. Blade toss. Yeah, that's just a silly tech. Robo doesn't toss a blade. He tosses a blade that Frog is still holding. I guess Frog doesn't want to lose Masamune, or whatever sword he happens to have equipped at the time, so it makes sense. Bubble Snap, which I believe is Uzi Punch and No Stun. It's kind of similar to the Fire Tackle and Ice Tackle, except Frog is a little more involved. Cure Wave, again, Screen Healing. That is the exact same animation as with Marl and Robo. Oh look, you're going to use the ineffective stop. Congratulations, you did 3 damage and did not stop. And now... Triple Raid, which is a single attack. Single person attack. I believe this is pure physical. So there. That is all of the techniques that do not require items. There are more techniques that require items, and I am actually going to start showing them off as I also show off Magus in general. So, Magus, you will be joining our party. Marl and Luca. What I need now is the Black Rock for Eternal Darkness. Now you'll notice that Magus is obviously still my lowest level party member. That is because I haven't grinded him up, and I'm actually going to leave him pretty low level. But that's fine. Really? Magus, okay. So we know what Lightning 2, Ice 2, and Fire 2 look like. Dark Bomb, we do not know what it looks like. So let's start off with that. Yeah, I'm definitely going to need to use a shelter or something soon. Actually, I think we have seen Magus use this in, when we fought him at the, near the beginning of the game. Magic Wall basically has the same effect as Prism Dress. So it's going to have him glow green. It can be useful if you're going up against somebody with strong magical attacks. Like, for example, it could be useful against Specchio. But I have other plans for Specchio. Dark Mist is an area attack. Not an area attack, but a screen attack. Deals a decent amount of damage. It's basically Shadow 2 if his text used kind of a more boring naming scheme like the other elements. Black Hole is proximity based. He cannot use it unless an enemy is close enough to him. That one I actually do know. Dark Matter is a screen nuke. Same level as Flare or Luminaire. But the damage multiplier is not nearly as high as with Luminaire. And Magus doesn't have anywhere near 99 Actually, he is pretty close. He'll max it out on his own, so I don't need to feed magic capsules to him like I do with Chrono, Frog, Robo, and Isla. And now for the triple tech, which is Dark Eternal, or Eternal Darkness. Oh right. In the DS version and later, it's called Eternal Darkness. It's a powerful attack. Next is with. Actually, I want to make sure that my equipment is correct. Next is with Frog, Marl, and Robo. It requires the Gold Rock, which I believe you pick up in the Denadora Mountains. Oh, I forgot. Eternal Darkness is Shadow. This is also going to be Shadow. It does require that you upgrade his Masamune. I absolutely need to put that. You have to do Frog side quest and get the Masamune 2, or else it will not work. I think it's a desperation attack as well. So the lower the health of all 3 party members, the more damage it does. Actually, Shock might be doing the most damage here. Just in case, I will back him up with these, because Robo's magic is... yeah. That should be enough, especially with the damage I did before with... So yeah, Grand Dream, which is called Master Mune in the 3D, in the DS remake and beyond, isn't all that good, I'll be honest. Mainly because it does rely on desperation, basically. And just so that I don't forget, next is with Luca, Robo, and Magus. And you need to have equipped. Who can spare the most? The Blue Rock. Okay, and with the Blue Rock equipped, another pretty powerful ability, the Omega Flare. Which looks like a satellite is coming down to attack everybody, which is one of the more powerful triple techs in the game. I don't remember the damage calculations on these things, but yeah, that's pretty powerful. I've shown off Piezo Dance, but I want to officially show it off, I suppose. Gold Stud. And this is the all-girl attack. Why did I take her out of my party? That requires the, actually, yes, okay. The White Rock. Fortunately, you can't accidentally equip the wrong rock onto somebody. This is a weird attack, because it uses Provoke off of Marl, Hypno Wave off of Luca, and Tailspin off of Isla. Yeah, okay, sure, go right ahead. And the three girls go around the screen and dance. It can cause, I think it has a random chance of causing confusion or sleep. But don't quote me on that because I don't remember. I should have used, well, they're all pretty close to dead, honestly. Let's see. Also, it's non-elemental. It's a magic attack that does non-elemental damage. Okay, so the last one requires Frog, Robo, and Isla. And it requires the Silver Rock. There's too many things labeled silver in my inventory. Silver Rock. And this will be the last tech that we show off. Called Spin Strike. This is just pure physical damage, but it is screen clearing, so... Oh, no, it's not. It absolutely is not. It's pretty powerful, but we've seen more powerful techniques. I do not have a screen clearing nuke on this team. Oh well. We'll show off Spin Strike a couple more times, but it uses Leap Slash, Robo Tackle, and Tailspin. And let's see if we can get Isla to show off. It's going to be difficult to show this off, isn't it? Well, you might be dead. Yeah, you're dead. But trust me, when she does her criticals, she 100% does 999 damage, no matter what. And that is every tech in the game shown off, finally. Now, this episode did take a little bit longer than I had anticipated, so the Specchio fight will happen next week. Until next time, this will be Draco Greach reporting out. God bless and safe travels.